you just put it up there like a layup. Like I just so are you essentially saying that it would behoove a man to not fully tell a woman the truth?
What do you mean by behoove?
Like it would benefit a man and work in his best interest if he told her less truth than he told her other things, so to speak.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you tell the truth, a girl gonna get upset. Is she supposed to get upset? Because that's an indicator. First date, you just dropping reality bombs.
So that's not a reason not to tell the truth, is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, you tell the truth because that's how you sync up. That's how you match the puzzle piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you trying to put a puzzle piece together, and you putting pieces that don't go together
Uh-huh.
because nobody is revealing their true self. Imagine
Uh-huh.
a puzzle piece never being honest about what its dimensions is. You'll
Yeah.
never put a puzzle together.
Where it really fit at.
It's just abstract. Like don't ask me that. Like dog, we
Yes.
trying to put
Yes.
this puzzle together.
Yeah.
In order
Yeah.
to see if it fit, you gotta like talk. You gotta communicate, but you gotta communicate from the gut. Now
Okay.
this is going to be off-putting, offsetting. People not gonna like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But once again, that's a good buffer. Like when people listen to me, I could be saying some really profound stuff, but this happened yesterday. Motherfucker was like, "Man, I couldn't believe you said motherfucker." I'm like,
Out of everything
I was saying that God lived within you and is enthusiastic, and you get so excited to the
yeah.
fact that God lived within you. And
Uh-huh.
motherfucker told me, man, I can't believe you said motherfucker. I said,
Out of everything you said, he said he could.
you,
He said that.
yeah, you can't, you're not able to get the message. And that's okay. The person that's supposed to get the message is going to get the message because I'm just talking. I say motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I say shit. I say damn. I say fuck. I say bitch. I cuss.
Mm-hmm.
I cuss when I'm not online, and I cuss when I'm online. Now, people will be like, well, I don't like the cussing, and that's good because I don't want to talk to people that don't understand exactly what I'm talking about because I'm not cussing to for you to like me or not like me. I'm telling you information to save your life. That's what I'm actually doing. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't get that, and you saying I'm cussing, well then it's fine. It's thousands of universities in the world,
Mm-hmm.
millions of teachers,
So you
millions of teachers.
so do you think when people start speaking to tone policing, it's a manipulation tactic?
Nah, I think for the individual that is has a soul, you need to start understanding protection, how protection shows up. Because what is anger? Like, let's look at Google. Anger is really sadness,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Anger is frequently a secondary emotion rooted in or a protective mask for underlying primary feelings like deep sadness, pain, fear, or helplessness.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand that because you are a human being. Every human being without gnosis should feel sadness, pain, fear, and helplessness because that's
Mm-hmm.
the reality to which you need to have intuition. You need to have spiritual faculties to navigate this planet. That's what I'm about. And if I say motherfucker,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not here for children either. Because children, children are not this children are not the future. Your grown ass, adult ass
Is the
is the
future.
future. You can do something right now. A kid can't. do shit. He don't got resources. He don't got money, you know? But
Mm-hmm.
an adult can change the world if they really deal with their particular faculties.
Yeah, you got something that you can make stand the test of time right now versus a child who's gonna need some help.
Yeah, I mean Michael Jackson and them, this is, outliers, but for the most of them niggas, they want to play Roblox.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
So
end up in one of them files, fuck around with Roblox. But anyway, we
hey,
digress.
that's a whole nother
That's a
conversation
whole
right there.
nother.
That's a whole nother video.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a whole nother video.
All
But
right.
yeah,
You wanna play the first video? I don't know, the grandma one or whichever one you decide.
the grandma one.
Whichever one you decide is fine. Or we could start from Brother Sanchez. It's however you feel.
Let's start with Brother Sanchez. Let's do like a little soft intro. I'm gonna do it 1.5, but
Okay.
I'm gonna let motherfuckers really digest what he is saying. Allow more people to get into the video.
Mhm.
We can talk about this because this was a good video. If you want to watch this video in full, the link is in the description. Tap into Sacred Serpent 1217 on YouTube. Um, yeah, man, Brother Sanchez. I'm chopping it up. Let me know if you can hear it. All right.
All right.
The more people begin questioning,
Yeah, I
reflecting,
can
and
hear it.
looking inward, the harder it becomes to guide society through manufactured outrage and endless distraction. The more people begin questioning, reflecting, and looking inward, the harder it becomes to guide society through manufactured outrage and endless distraction. During the hippie time, people just wanted to sit around, smoke weed, and meditate. They was doing mushrooms and they was fucking talking about master projection. And that culminated to us going to war with Vietnam. So that's interesting, man. This is why going within becomes so important during chaotic times, y'all. It's a test to see, will I let the outside world enter my world? Because while everybody on the ground is like a chicken with their head cut off, the sky is showing us these beautiful ordered alignments. So we're out of sync with what the sky's showing us, and that's because they're literally blaspheming the sky. They're at war with the heavens. So when the sky is trying to show us order and balance, they say, look over here at all this chaos and turmoil and scarcity. It's because they're fighting against the natural world. The sky is reminding us of abundance. The fact that scarcity is an illusion. Order is here. We ain't just randomly floating on a big rock through space from a big bang, and we ain't just a bunch of meat bone flesh packages on a little bitty rock fighting for resources. That's what the war represents. The war reinforces the idea that we're little bitty primitive organisms fighting for food, water, and minerals. But really, the truth is that there is abundance on earth and scarcity is an illusion. And that's what the sky tells us. The sky reminds us of free energy. The sky reminds us of the systems we created on earth made scarcity that prove that scarcity is an illusion. So they have to reinforce this artificial world of scarcity and me versus you, the instinctive mind. You know, I got the Hunger Games. And they reinforce this system right when the heavens is telling us a different story. When the heavens is reminding us something else is when this stuff happened. So self-awareness at this time becomes a form of spiritual victory because it is a challenge to not be distracted. Self-awareness is a spiritual victory right now because how many of you went through this before? When we bombed Iran and people was going crazy, it was exhausting for me because right now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm into Tartaria, the free energy, the old world past that was hidden. I'm so excited about this new awakening and new information that we're discovering in the conscious community that when they said that we bombed Iran, it was like, man, now I got to talk about the shallow. What are we going to do? Get water, get toilet paper, get food. Now I got to go back to the fight or flight, the instinctive energy. And that's what it's all about. They don't want us collectively changing and shifting over to this other version of us that's not moved by what's going on the world stage. And we're not letting the ocean water enter our ship, which is why we stay afloat while everyone else sink with the beast. So the real Armageddon is not about bombs, armies, or political systems collapsing. It is about whether humanity will allow the reactive, fear-driven version of itself to dominate the collective mind, or whether people will rediscover the deeper consciousness that has always existed in them beneath the noise. The battlefield is not only in nations and governments, it is in every human mind. And when I was telling you that there is more than one earth, there's two earths, and you live in both of them. And these earths are tethered together. And your left brain lives in the instinctive earth. Your right brain is the you that lives in the intuitive earth. And there's a war within you right now of you choosing which version you're going to be, the solar version or the earth version. The earth version is going to go with the propaganda. The solar version is the higher, the soul version. And this is what you really look like. Your spinal cord is a split point. And if you take a picture of a person, if you take a picture of them and you cut their face in half and you look at the left side by itself, separate from the right side, you would see that those are two different faces. I ain't making this up. Don't you know when people look at the Mona Lisa, they said that Leonardo put a code in the Mona Lisa. See, here's the trick, the secret about the Mona Lisa picture. They painted two Mona Lisas. They took half of the face from each one of them to make the Mona Lisa. Did you know that if you take the Mona Lisa image that Da Vinci painted, if you slice that face in half, it's two different faces from two different paintings put together? That whole concept about the Mona Lisa was teaching us about the solar and earth tetrahedron. That's literally what we are. Not only do you got a left brain, right brain, you got a left body and a right body, and you ain't a whole human. Let me explain something to you about this Merkaba. This six-pointed star is the star of Israel. This is the symbol of the Zionists. You know, because they know there are two earths, and I'm finna go into the history of that. The colonizers aren't from this earth. Or let's say we aren't from this earth, right? So there's a solar earth, there's a heavenly earth, and a hell earth, an instinctive earth, intuitive, and you live in both of them. Both of these earths are merged together, creating what's called a solar earth tetrahedron. So what's happening is now what we're looking at here is cell division. This is cell division, what the ancestors said that our earth is, basically two earths. But in order for you to see where I'm about to go right now, we got to look at this. This is cell division. This is what we're looking at. This right here is what earth is. Earth isn't one rail. Earth used to be one rail, but what happened? It started to split. And see, when earth start to split, your other lower side merged from the good side. See, in Eden, see, check this out right quick, right? Here go Eden right here. This is Eden right here. That's Eden. In Eden, there was only one earth. There was only one you. That was your good version, right? Then the cells start to split and another you start to kind of merge off of this, just like a split cell. It start to be born off of this one. Let's do that real quick. That's a good idea, right? Let's take this screen, put it next to the board. I'm gonna show y'all how we fell from Eden. We don't live in one earth no more. Ever since the colonizers came, it's like the movie Us. In Eden, we only had our intuitive version. That was before capitalism. Then all of a sudden, these invaders showed up. Then all of a sudden, but see, people want to know where the invaders come from. Check it out, right? Once Eden start to shed and split, this is what we live in. This is where you are right here. You're in earth. This is the dielectric inertial plane. The firmament is above you with Eden up there, and below it is hell. Our earth is a work in progress. Let me show it to you. See, look at here. Our earth is a splitting cell, meaning that we haven't seen earth for real. We're born into a cell that was in the process of splitting before we showed up. So we don't know what the first earth was like, and we don't know what the future earth is going to be, because we're right here in the middle trying to decide which version we want to merge with at this time. So we don't know the past for real, and we don't know the future. And that's a veil that's blinding us by being in this middle spot, because being in this middle spot creates this barrier right here that prevents me from going back and seeing the past or knowing the mysteries of hell. And the same above, I'm trapped in this middle spot right here called earth. And the trap is creating a veil where I'm alienated to my higher self and my lower self, because all I'm experiencing is a version of myself that's torn in between the two. I can't say I'm my higher self. I can't say I'm my lower self, because the only thing we've ever been is a version of ourselves that's in conflict with two sides, earth tetrahedron, solar tetrahedron. The only thing you've ever known was the conflict of the two and the harmony of neither. You never known the harmony of either. You don't know what true harmony is from Eden, and you don't know what true chaos is from hell. The only thing you've ever experienced is duality. You haven't experienced true either one. You have not experienced either of the polarities in totality, because the only thing you've experienced is the polarities in conflict. And in order for you to experience any one of these in totality, you got to discard one.
Good morning.
What's the first thing you thought of when you watched that?
Conscious people are too abstract.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think to keep the thing going, they play it like doctors, right? If I heal you,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then you're not
let me
going
show
to
you
come
how
back.
I'm gonna heal you. Yeah. Let me show you how I'm gonna heal you first.
But if I keep you sick,
Mm-hmm.
you keep coming back.
If I give you just enough.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I would say, in reference to what he's saying, the reality of the situation with men is mastering their sexual energy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because when you master your sexual energy, you deal with the palpable, the tetrahedron and all of that is visible. to a
Hmm.
man who hasn't ejaculated in 7 years.
Yeah, that's the spaceships that we talk about seeing when you practice true semen retention and shit.
Yeah.
Like you notice all of those vortexes in and around people. You notice your own vortex type shit. I think for me, there were particular moments that in which I felt like he could have further
The more people begin
elucidated
questioning, reflecting,
points that he was trying to make. But I think, like you say, when people get a particular amount of information, um, human nature is to make it like super theatrical and um, this really big presentation that sort of, in my opinion, it kind of takes away from the message a little bit because you can get caught up in the theatrics of it and totally miss the message. Like what I thought was poignant was when he pointed out, living in both worlds at the same time. I just wish we could have said something along the lines of, yeah, the hell version is your animal nature, right? And Eden version is your true nature type shit, right? Because you saying people live in conflict and in duality, that's clear, but that's not all the way clear, right? Like if I'm just listening to him, that's not completely clear. When you say, "Oh, you're living in duality and you're living in total conflict," all right,
That's
what
very
conflict?
vague. Fuck that.
What's
That's
at
that's
conflict?
vague.
Yeah, yeah, like what's at conflict when you say that, right? When you say we're in duality, you got to say, "All right, we live in the upside down world where it's always going to be an opposite to each and every um, opportunistic situation. There's always going to be an opposite, right? We live in a place with two poles, right? It's one pole, but we still operate from these two poles,
And
right?
also I would add it's metaphysical laws that supersede physical laws. And if you look at a
Mhm.
building that's structured based upon mathematics and laws, and that building's just not going to just topple over one day,
No, it's
then
not.
one could create mentally from that same perspective with that same
Hmm.
idea. But when we
Hmm.
have conscious conversations, from my experience, people are not prepared to learn. People are not prepared to apply. People don't actually believe that the information is out there because everybody is talking to you in a form of conflict, duality, buzzword,
Hmm.
keyword. I read this in a book, shadow work,
Hmm.
astrology.
Hmm.
I'm a Cancer,
Hmm.
you know? So you know what
Hmm.
that means.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I totally agree. Like there is a level for you to be able to translate this information to people, and there's a way for you to present this information in a vague way, and people still not completely get everything that you're talking about. So much so that you get me excited and you get me intrigued and interested that now, yeah, you succeed in the fact that I'm probably going to come back and watch the next video because I didn't get everything I needed to get out of that first video type shit.
I mean, it's easy listening. It's passive listening. It's entertainment. It's a way
Hmm.
of building community, and people like to be a part of things, and that's fine. But
Hmm.
in reference, and in a lot of it, I just try to focus it in on myself. But
Hmm.
I still like talking about it because I do experiment on myself. I do challenge
Mm-hmm.
myself mentally to then build on the internal, which then builds on the external. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the solution is always there. And it's like I could really explain some shit to a person, because it's like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people be like, I got a job. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't have my job type shit. I used to be
Uh-huh.
like that. And I'm not saying that you don't have to work, figure out a way to hustle. You're gonna have to figure that part out. But in reference to this metaphysics and the spiritual, you can work your job,
Absolutely walk away from your 9 to 5.
other shit going on.
Mm-hmm. You can absolutely take that plunge. And you're right, because that becomes to a level of how much have you learned versus how much one believes in self, right? Like you might not necessarily believe in yourself as much as you view how much you've learned. So you might lean to that side more so than the other. But the only difference is one taking the plunge because they believe and know that there is enough out there for them to obtain versus one buying into the program and the script and saying, I should just do what I've been doing because I don't need to ruffle no feathers type shit. That the difference is the leap and understanding that the leap is actually necessary, but some people just don't view it that way, right? The NPC nature is extremely prevalent in society to the point where there are people who would rather be housed and presided over and under a particular level of authority because they don't necessarily want to have to be making these decisions themselves anyway.
Yeah, I think it goes back to what we was talking about earlier about when people are negative and people don't understand or understand that these things are protecting you. So it's like when
Mm-hmm.
you going through shit and you not and if I don't really care about the people who don't want to grasp consciousness, right? If you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to grasp it, you don't want to know, then I'm on the internet to know, right? I'm
Yeah,
trying
that's
to get to the crux of it all every
not
single
on this
day.
shit. We're not on this shit for shits and giggles at all.
No. So in this particular process, certain realities come to the forefront and utilizing these realities as principle, you know, shit. I'm talking about maybe you won't get filthy rich. I'm just talking about living a life where you do what you want to do and you live on your terms because you discover something within yourself, a skill, talent, or ability. Don't have to be something natural. It could be something that you learn online off YouTube, right? A pen and
Mm-hmm.
paper and YouTube can have made me a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But once again, you just once you get the skill, then you start incorporating the spirit and dealing in areas of luck. It's a certain way of, like you said, taking a leap. I would say you don't need to take a leap if you don't want to take a leap. You are a god, so you live life on your terms. You just don't know it yet. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to get in front of you and brother Sanchez and just yap it up and talk about a bunch of, for lack of better words, mumbo jumbo just because I got views and I'm getting AdSense dollars. Cause I will get it off the pavement. I will find
That's a
I will find pennies on the street and kiss them and
that's a
say I'm
fact.
a money magnet and manifest money from that point on. That's a
Absolutely.
key. I got so many tricks of the trade when it comes to mind mental magic that I never said that I need to take a leap. I said that I'm gonna transition slowly but surely out of this fucking telecommunications job.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I think you hit it right on the nail. I think it's just a simple matter of um do you want to be continuously fed like sexy mumbo jumbo, right? Shit that sound good, right? Or do you want to actually know the ins and outs of that particular thing yourself? Like know it to the point of gnosis. That way you could actually describe it to someone else, as opposed to, you just listen to a bunch of buzzwords from somebody who put together a decent soliloquy. Because, they're I appreciate the fact that, him just like us, he's a student of Bobby. But what I don't necessarily see myself as appreciating is the fact that knowing where Bobby had this thing at and where niggas have brought it to, you know better than this. Right? Like it's like you know better than this, especially being a student of Bobby. But I digress.
I mean, I wouldn't, I feel like people going to do what they going to do. And I used to look at people grift and feel a certain type of way, but I guess it's just certain, like,
It's just a sign of the times now.
I mean that and whatever an humiliation ritual or purification ritual that I gotta go through to get
Mm-hmm.
those feelings outside of me, to whereas, God giveth and God taketh away. And your
Mm-hmm.
faith in God is never conditioned based upon when things is going good. Your
Mm-mm.
faith in God is when things is going bad. So when I went through my
Mm-mm.
dark spells and my, downward spirals, I never tripped. I never really
Mm-hmm.
fixated or focused on it because at one level, people complain to me at one level or another every day. And
Mm-hmm.
at a second level, I know that I can bounce back. I just haven't hit, sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom to bounce back, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes you got to know that there is a bottom in order for you to know that you can go back the other way.
Right. And I was on that, but I think a lot of it stems from me seeing like spiritual grifters run amok and finding myself within this particular paradigm. But I feel good. I never compromise myself. I don't feel like I sold my soul for anything external, and I still know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I still know what I'm
Mhm.
talking about.
Still got your faculties.
Yeah, and I'm just all for the study and the awareness. And, I'm just excited to learn, and that's where I'm at. I'm still a student, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I,
As am I. That's the only way I look at all of this shit. Like if you're not a student, then you acting like you a master, and that's just bullshit.
I mean, and too many people have crashed out with playing that role. It's like I've come to some deep realities about shit over time, to whereas I kind of know what this world is. And so I'm just trying to like
And some of those
breadcrumb
realities,
it.
big bro, we've only been fortunate enough to be blessed with it because of the time.
Right.
Like the time was the lesson in a lot of it. I know for me, I know for you, I know for the people that actually put the work in front of the accolades, right? Like it's the time, right? Because like we were talking about a couple weeks back, like we actually have the foresight now to be able to look back to when something started and see how it progressed through time and where it's at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we actually have that gift, and that's a different type of knowledge, right? Like that's not something that can be transferred in a book. Like that's something you only get from time of being here, time immemorial, you know? So like I think, yeah, like that's the true blessing of it all because now you can see what shit actually comes from and why it matters versus, yeah, I ain't fucking with that shit just because you don't feel like it type shit.
Yeah, that's where mathematics comes in for me. It's like if you can learn something that can make you feel more comfortable and confident in making money, and even if I wanted to gamble or if I wanted to trade stocks, I would feel better if I had a mathematical grasping of a situation. I'm
Mm-hmm.
41, going to be 42 this year, and I want to really be 52. And basically, I want to be a college level math level in the next 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a
Mm-hmm.
personal goal that I have for myself because, I could have did it when I was 10, but I wanted to play the fucking video game and play house
Mm-hmm.
with Chantel and Erica.
Mm-hmm. Damn, you had a childhood Chantel too? Fuck.
Chantel and Erica. Yeah.
Chantel and Erica from my childhood was crazy. That's crazy you brought that up.
So say all of that to say I wasn't trying to get A's on my math tests.
I was not trying to get valedictorian whatsoever.
For some reason I said fuck that shit, man. I don't want to deal with that shit.
For some reason I thought class clown was better. For some reason.
I don't know. I don't feel like, it's too late for anybody to do anything cuz once again, we dealing with a level of archons
Mm-hmm.
that where motherfuckers is normally not doing shit. It's cool and normal
No,
for motherfuckers not to do a thing. Like, a nigga be like, all right,
it is totally acceptable in this world for you to know what you have to
oh
do and
y'all
still not.
doing that little YouTube video. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to put myself out there type shit. I got better shit to do. Right? Which a
Yeah,
nigga do, I guess. But at the same time, I'm
better
like,
shit.
I just it's just like
Niggas like I got better shit going on type shit.
yeah, and it's like, I just like the reps. I just like to practice. I just like to get better. So
Mm,
I'm not beat for a performance or, you know, getting online or whatever the case may be, because it's just good practice. It's good ways of just using your voice in a space where you never know how your words can uplift somebody. And
mhm,
this has saved my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a nigga from Ohio. I was walking up and
mhm,
down the street smoking black and milds.
mhm.
So, you know,
I mean, the only difference between me and you is mine was in Brooklyn, nigga. So
you was smoking them Newports.
yeah, I was smoking a Newport.
I was smoking them damn filter tips, nigga. So I could I just know if you really believe in yourself, you could change your life. And so sometimes people feel like that's a cliche and people And at the same time, I know people really don't feel that way about themselves. And I can't feel that way for another person. I could just show up with the same message, like, nigga, this shit is cracking if you believe in yourself. And it might be difficult, and you might be judging me or be like, well, that wasn't perfect, or whatever the case may be. But nigga, I just believe in myself and the power of taking a chance and a risk. It show up in different ways. Like, it's so many times where I just have gotten it just because I don't even know. It's just like when I need it, I got it.
I will say that although the words and the temperament are encouraging and inspiring, I will say that I can understand why the you can do anything you want to do type deal, be with anything you want to be type deal thing, like what we were just describing. I can understand why it falls flat anymore, because remember, we grew up in those same streets. Everything else that they said that went with that shit proved to be wrong. Right? Like everything else they said, it just didn't work out that way. Like, bust your ass, go to school, do everything you're supposed to do, and you can get to, like, it just didn't always work its work itself out for most of us. So I can understand why a lot of people are just not believing in those fundamental things, is because they lump those fundamental things into with the lies that were told. Right? So the repetition from all of that shit has beat niggas the fuck up. Niggas' heads is beat the fuck up, as we have seen through most of the videos that we respond to. Like, I just think a lot of people are beat up to the point of counting their blows, right? As opposed to picking themselves up, so to speak.
And it's like I fully hear that, you know, but then I pan out and I might pick up a statistic like 40 million people was on welfare. God damn, that's a lot of people. You know,
That's a lot.
you know what else is a lot of people? 260 million people who are not on welfare.
Yes.
Because it's
Yes.
320 million people in America. 40 of them
Mhm.
is on welfare. That's a lot of people.
Mhm.
But 260 have got it figured out.
They on the right side of the field.
When
Yeah.
I walk outside and I go out my day, I see a lot of cars, I see a lot of businesses, I see a lot of motherfuckers doing shit. That average
Mhm.
regular motherfucker that got his shit together, you never gonna hear about him.
Mm-mm. Because they're not checking for them anyway.
So my thing is, when you pan out, you can either you can look at the world as if you got to do a certain thing, and then you gonna be like, damn, these motherfuckers lied to me. But at the same time, I was at the intersection and it's like at an industrial lot. And motherfucker Chaldea, motherfucker drive by in a BMW, probably leaving one business, going to another business, going up to
Mm-hmm.
another
Mm-hmm.
property, because in his family, they own property and they start a business, and that's just what they did. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I say pan out and decide what type of person you want to be. Because in 10 years, if you save money, if you invest
Yeah.
for 10 years, you can
You could
have
be
six
just like
figures.
you could be just like Akbar and them.
Say, for instance, you invested for 10 years in a 401k that you started, your own 401k account that had automatic payouts that you invested
Mm-hmm.
in, but you got paid every week or every month or every quarter based on your own investment. Now,
Mm-hmm.
nobody lying to you about that, but yet and still a person is like, well, I didn't know about that. You gotta always pan out. The library is free. You gotta you gotta realize that it's people living in the world that when you file a LLC, you could be a fucking sex offender and they're gonna give you that motherfucking certificate.
That's a fact.
You could be a motherfucking sex offender plumber with a
Mhm.
$1 million business going into homes draining because you ain't doing no background check on your plumber because this is shit
Nope.
flying out your toilet. You need a fucking plumber. Now this goddamn
Yeah,
murder sex offender done started a business and you like, thank you,
you
sir.
drain that car. You don't give a fuck who
Here
drain
goes
that car.
$1,000. Thank you, sex offender murder.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cause that's the reality of this shit. Cause if the shit is, well, if you go get a job, they'd be like, I'm not hiring you.
Yeah.
So he forced to get a
Yes.
trade. He forced to start a business and knocking at your door. Like, do you want my service? Sure. I'll you can clean my gutters.
And that little thing you just described right there just tells people, morality ain't got shit to do with it.
No. When you scale back and look at reality, so if you got a salary and you have a decent enough salary, you have made somebody millions of dollars
Mm-hmm.
and they've given you pennies on the dollars because your whole goal was to get a salary. You didn't ever pan
Yeah,
out.
the number is, I think the number, if you making anywhere over 15, $16 an hour, 2 years for your boss has earned him over $1 million. Just two
Think
years.
about McDonald's, nigga. Think about how
Mm-hmm.
much the average McDonald's worker generates for McDonald's as a corporation. And then think about
And,
how they are
and
compensated.
the employee only sees about 1/5 of that money.
Nah, bro. If let's look at this. Let's look up this. How much does the average McDonald's worker generate?
For McDonald's.
The average McDonald's employee are estimated to generate over $128,000 in annual revenue for the business. With
I
some
was off by
estimates suggest that they produce roughly $85 per hour in value. Meanwhile, the crew members earn an average hourly wage from $12.69 to $13.98.
Yeah.
So they generating $85 per hour, but you only giving them $13.98.
Mm-hmm.
But once
Mm-hmm.
again, nobody forced the nigga to fill out an application for McDonald's.
McDonald's. Nope.
That same person that filled out an application that got a job at any place could have sat back and said, you know what? I'm gonna sell fucking socks on the corner.
Yep.
I'm gonna fucking sell anything. I'm gonna sell draperies. I'm gonna
Sell
sew.
napkins. I'm gonna sell napkins out front right before they come in, so they got napkins to eat with.
Man, I'm gonna sell plastic forks. It's
Mm-hmm.
walk into Family Dollar. Every item that you see is from $1 million, $10 million corporation. Every item that you see. And some of them corporations is $1 billion corporations.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't have to invent the wheel. You can make a healthy Fruit Loop, a healthy Fruity Pebble. You can figure out what's the problem in the marketplace and come up with a solution. And every dollar that you make could be your own dollar. And you don't even got to quit your job doing it. You can figure out how to make a 3-ingredient cake, all natural, fresh, and it tastes better than the box shit. And you can market yourself, you can promote yourself, and you might not get no money the first year, But that's why you don't quit your day job. But if you love making cakes, eventually that shit gonna crack open. And then when it crack open, you can work at your day job. Cause it might only be a little side hustle here and there, but just one day, you just you
Well, and I think as simple as these concepts are, um, first in line is understanding that each individual themselves is a business and they should look at themselves as such. And knowing that you can start a LLC just in your name and turn yourself into a business, that is a legal thing that you can do. So, from that standpoint, if you view yourself as a business first, then yeah, everything can flow from there.
another level is you buy money, you spend money. So the same things you spend money, you can reverse engineer it and sell the things that you buy. If
Hmm.
anything, to just clear costs on the things that you buy.
If anything, just to break even on that, so you're supplanting your own consumption at the same time, and you break even that way. That way, it doesn't affect your bottom line.
Facts. So I say all of that to say, man, pan out and look. And I was the type of person, then I got this job and I just started driving all over Ohio and I was just seeing how everybody lived in Ohio. Where
Hmm.
in my hood, everybody fucked up. Everybody, you know, like living in Columbus, West Side Columbus, boy, the bottoms, I had a mentality where I just was like, bro, I hope I get $5 so I can get me some soups and a soda. This is just my mentality. I'm a grown ass man in my 30s. I'm just fucked up for real, just mentally. Just being in a
Hmm.
particular environment. And I had to pick myself up from my own particular bootstraps because I'm seeing how everybody is living. And I had so many preconceived notions on white people. Like I thought I was gonna get fucking lynched, or I thought I was gonna get pulled over. I'm black as hell, driving all through that motherfucker. Ain't nobody fucking with me because I'm doing the speed limit. I'm like, oh, okay. These
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
yeah, because I heard about the mansions out there in Ohio, dude.
Man,
Like they got some mansions out there, nigga.
it's a whole different world. And I'm just saying all of this to say your friend group, your social group is like a prison. Your negative emotions is a prison. You got to free
Hmm.
yourself
They
from
come
what
from
you think.
the people you keep around you. Yep.
You got to pan out. Go to the library. Look at the world from a perspective of people that got their shit together and start daydreaming and fantasizing on how you can be that type of person.
Make your own vision board. It ain't corny to make a vision board at no age.
You got to deal with this shit in a sense where that negative emotion is like a disease.
Hmm. It's an incessant disease. Like it's one of those things that if you give it the opportunity, it won't go away. Like you have to physically make a decision to stop focusing in on that thing that you are going to expand by focusing in on it. Because it's easy to be stuck in a loop of negative reinforcements that you're telling yourself because you're used to the loop.
Mhm,
And because you're so used to the loop, nothing else will suffice but the loop.
mhm.
So understanding that the only way to get out of the loop and even understand the loop on a more personal, a more cellular level, you have to change your mind and you have to make the conscious decision to change your mind. it's okay to change your mind. It's not okay to stay in the place that is not yielding any results for you in the first place, or at least no results that are any different than what you've already experienced anyway. What's this video, big bro? Oh, this is the grandma video.
Mhm.
Yeah, this was powerful.
We entered this conversation kind of assuming that the grace was one-sided. So grandpa didn't give grandma any kind of grace.
He was
Grandpa,
out here running the streets.
but see, again, these assumptions are fundamentally flawed, because sometimes when grandpa came back from Vietnam, or he
Grandma
came
had
back
another baby.
from Germany, he came back to find somebody else's kid, and he raised that kid.
He
But
left
we
some
don't
in
talk
Korea.
about
He
that.
had some.
He left some in Japan.
My uncle didn't say this.
But-
Be for real.
But see,
Come on now.
hold on,
Come
hold
on.
on,
The same
hold on,
name
hold on,
now. Same
hold on,
year.
hold on.
Add to it,
My
three families.
point is
Sir.
this. My point is this. When we talk about grace, we talk about it from the perspective of assuming that one party was benevolent, aka grandma, and one party was vindictive, aka grandpa. So even in the scenario I just gave you where grandpa had to raise some other man's child, you will come up with another scenario as to why maybe he had another family, but when it's the other way around, we don't default to coming up with other assumptions. Like, for instance, grandpa beat grandma's ass. We don't say, well, grandma was probably fucking the milkman. We don't say
You
stuff
don't?
like no. But whenever it's time to acknowledge the ways that men are hurt, we have to rationalize. And it's not even a black thing. I think generally we don't know how to view men as victims. We don't know how to view women as perpetrators. So we will justify it in our mind as to why this man deserved X, Y, and Z, or why he was morally unjust and he had it coming, or whatever the case may be. But generally, we don't do that to women. All I'm asking is, if we're going to expect men to be, to have softer hands, to my analogy, and to have more grace in the whole nine, we have to, first of all, acknowledge the reasons why, whether overtly or covertly, women have also participated in the things that made our hands rough. Now, whether women asked us to go to war or whether women enjoyed the peace that was created from us dying, it's part of it, right? And all I'm saying is, instead of men need to be more, we need to take a beat to acknowledge all the things that men, for better or worse, had to become for you.
I'm gonna let you go first on that.
I don't really get why. I guess it's all for clicks and views, right? To get a certain like perspective. But when you say something and people dismiss it entirely, like they don't know what you're talking about, I just feel like all of that's on purpose. And when you get the emotions, when you get the
What's that in reference to?
when you get the negative emotions on the front, what I've learned is that that silence that you hear is not them taking it all in.
Mm-mm.
It's them ignoring you, because the idea in these particular paradigms is not to engage or have sensible conversation, is to for a lack of better words, rage bait. Well, people view it as rage bait. The truth is what people call rage bait now. But at a certain level, um, I don't think that this conversation was based in reality or based in anything that's going to be substantive or useful, because it's based in hypotheticals that,
Mm-hmm.
just trigger people. So it's like, grandpa this, grandma that, but we in a whole different type of world. Grandma and
Mm-hmm.
grandpa, they could make it off of, $10,000 a year, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We at a specific point of inflation that, you know,
Grandma and grandpa couldn't even fathom.
man, this shit is crazy. And the ways for which niggas gotta really push it together, you gotta have some type of skill to live in this
You
world.
gotta have some motion. You gotta have some real motion today.
Yeah, you gotta be doing a lot, man.
I think when we talk about when we talk about one thing that stuck out to me from his response to them was um he said women's inability to view men as a victim. And I would say that was, I think I get what he was aiming for, but I think that's an oversimplification. I think in this society, ever since I was a little boy in this society, a man is never synonymous with the victim, right? So it's not just the woman's inability to view a man as a victim. It's the fact that society says a man can't be a victim. Period. Hard stop. Right. And also, what I think it's the fact that women automatically are raised to view men as being able to take it. And when I say take it, that could mean anything. That could mean her desire to emasculate you with her words, from her doing random things in the street to make you look like less than. Like, a woman will never approach a man in that delicate of a situation or understanding, because she doesn't view the man as having to be or needing to be delicate, needing to be um viewed in that light. Like, as far as she is concerned, the man can take it, and he's supposed to take it. So when we're having these conversations, unless we are operating from the woman's viewpoint and it coming through that premise, then we're doing ourselves a disservice, because we're not necessarily giving her the credit for how and which way she chooses to operate. Right? Like, she understands that certain things might hurt you and will hurt you, but she also respects her hormones far more than she cares to acknowledge what it is that she is particularly doing to you at any given point in time. If that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah. I tend to just pan out though and look at races of men and different calibers of men and the ways for which certain men get the results that they want and certain men don't get the results that they want. And then harken back to ancient history where in our genetics we have the men that won the war.
Uh-huh.
In our genetics we have the killers that ripped apart men with their bare hands just
Mm-hmm.
so they could live another day. If
Mm-hmm.
these men wasn't brutal survivalists
Unforgiving.
with no remorse, we wouldn't be here today.
Mm-hmm.
So as we progress and grow through society, I don't feel that those qualities go away. So
They can't. They can't go.
when women desire a certain quality of a man, I think that men should take notice of and
Mm-hmm.
how she treats you. I think men should take notice because you would either be the type of guy that folds and says I'm a victim, or you will be the type of guy that said I fucking kicked ass. Right? I was the
Mm-hmm.
aggressor. I popped this shit
Mm-hmm.
off. I smacked that nigga
Yeah.
in the face soon as I seen him. I didn't give a fuck. Right?
Mm-hmm.
In the modern age, niggas like I ain't that guy. Right?
Yeah.
But at the same point, you ain't getting no bitches. You ain't getting no
Not
women
being that.
not being
Not
that
being
guy.
that guy.
See, women like your dark triad
Yeah. She only respects that guy. That's the only guy she respects.
because it links into an ancient survival mechanism. So
Mm-hmm.
when the niggas out in Cali say, don't tell me to stay safe, tell me to stay dangerous, that's how I be feeling. Because I don't want to
Yeah.
be a person that's trying to live in safety or live in fear. I also live by the rule the only thing to fear is fear itself. Now, I'm not a badass, but I done been in the motherfucking trenches in this. I'm the
Yeah.
hood mystic. I
Yeah.
really, I
For a reason.
really settle
For a
into that
reason.
hood shit.
For a
I've been
reason.
in that fucking I've been in the motherfucking trenches, bro. I know about this.
Mm-hmm.
I know how niggas be living. And I've been in
Mm-hmm.
and out of all types of different environments.
Mm-hmm.
And the way for which you stay alive, selling drugs,
Absolutely.
pimping hoes, and all that type of shit is being a man of integrity. See, nobody gonna tell you that, and I'm not glamorizing that shit. Cause if I was, I'd be doing it right now, but I'm not. But I've been
Mm-hmm.
in them environment. I done it all, and I ain't get caught or nothing. I did it and like smooth with it. But at the same time, shit, you play it right. You be honest. You
Yeah.
don't lie. If you fuck up,
Yeah.
man up. Hey man, I fucked up. And you live with the consequences. What like, and you don't fuck up, and you honest and you
Yeah.
live with integrity and you a man of your word in any environment. And these was qualities that I learned in the streets. Then I went to a program. They said there was transferable skills. They'll love you in corporate America. I
Mm-hmm.
forelayed my street knowledge into working in a call center like telecommunications. My resume was shit that I did on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying this to say, like, I done been a victim. In victim mentality, wanting sympathy from a woman, hey man, I don't give like me personally, that nigga go to hell with that shit. I don't want her to look at me as a victim. I don't want her to, she ain't supposed to see her man in that fucking light. What about the Russian mafia crime boss? You know?
Listen,
What about the
the
cartel
worst,
member?
the worst, the worst pussy you could get in the world. The worst pussy you could get in the world, nigga, is I feel sorry for you, pussy. Like when you understand the things that get her excited, the things that get her ready to go, the things that get her in the mood have absolutely nothing to do with none of that shit, then you would understand that your job is to be that other shit. Like it's your job to be that. If your ultimate objective is the girl, then it's your job to be what the girl desires. It is not your job to boo-hoo on the side because you're not being picked. That's not your job. Your job is to morph into the thing that she desires. And the worst, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. Give a fuck. The worst pussy nigga is sympathy pussy. That's the worst pussy, nigga. She not doing it because she want to, nigga. She doing it because she feels sorry for you. She feels so sorry for you, she will open her legs and play along. Holy fucking shit. Talk about the power of a woman. Y'all want to talk shit about the woman all y'all want, nigga. Like, y'all niggas need to back the fuck up. Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
You want me to be honest? I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm fuming. I'm on fire. I'm mad because I care more about you than you care about me, and that's how it's always fucking gone! I'm tired of it. I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm tired of feeling so much. I'm tired of being in my head. I hate it. I'm angry. I'm angry. And no matter how much I try to let go of it and give it to God, it's still so heavy. I feel hopeless. I feel humiliated. I'm embarrassed. I'm confused. And I can't ask for help. I'm over it, bro. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. Sick of this. I don't want to feel anymore. Feeling's what's supposed to make somebody a person. And I don't even want to feel anymore. I'm just done. I'm done.
So, something has to be said about what type of psychology that is for someone to want to do that on the internet, right? And you question the motives because you're wondering what kind of response is this supposed to elicit, right? Like you're like, how is this a cry for help? Is this how we getting clicks now? Listen, on the surface, if I wasn't a metaphysician, like I would be confused, right? Like just on the surface, I would be confused unless I'm the nigga that she talking about, or if I'm one of the girls that's in her circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, here she go again. Type. Like I don't know how she give it up, but I guess she looked halfway decent. And she might think she looked better than what she is, or she might think This is the projection part. She might think that her looks means she shouldn't have to be going through this. What say you, big bro?
Uh, I mean, anger is a secondary emotion.
To
Sadness.
mm-hmm.
So everybody is exempt from the rules when you have casual sex and
Mm-hmm.
these types of
Situations pop
situational
up.
relationships based
Mm-hmm.
upon certain types of guys that's getting all the girls, and the girl hoping that she can change the guy because she said, I like you more than you like me, and it's like I
But
would be
she followed that
I
up
would
like
I
that's
would
how
be
it's
fresh.
always been.
Yeah, I mean, I would be
She followed that
frustrated
up like
if
that's how.
I was walking in a fucking brick wall and I keep bumping my head up against a brick wall. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that a person can change anybody. You just gotta accept people for who they are. And in that, if you don't want to start a relationship with a certain type of person, you definitely shouldn't be having sex with them, because now you don't have sex with the guy and he's no good for you. And now you mad about it. But
Yeah, I would say you probably played all you probably showed your hand at that point because if you had sex with them already, what other card do you have to play?
I mean, it's a lot of I mean, sex isn't the end all be all, because it's like you could have sex on the first
I'm
night.
saying, but if he gets it quick though,
I
money,
mean, even
right?
even it. I mean, if a girl have sex with me on the first night, I'm not gonna hold it against her. All I'm saying is, what are the other
But you can't
qualities?
argue. You
What
can't argue the exception to the rule, big
I'm
bro.
saying, what are the other qualities that you offering me besides sex? If sex is all you got to offer, then is I mean, it is only so far that it can actually go, because your life is more important than sex. But if
But
you got more to offer than sex, then it's easier to have somebody around or want that person around.
but the psychology is you gave the sex up early. So even if there is another card that you have to play, is that card gonna be better than the fact that I got sex already? I'm doing this hypothetically for the niggas in general. Like I'm not saying for me at all. Like you know how I give it up, but what I'm saying is for a young nigga who getting it that early and he getting it a lot everywhere that early, right? He gonna look at that as just like you described, just another one on the Rolodex, as opposed to I need to give her a specific special amount allotment of time, right? I'm getting it from X, Y, and Z.
I don't think the game goes like that. I think the man is looking for love, and he might be looking for love in all the wrong places. But if a guy is having sex with multiples of women and he comes across a girl that is allowing him to be his true authentic self, and that woman is a safe space, that's where real love can kind of bubble and come into fruition. And in the modality of him having sex with all of these girls, he gonna drop those girls in a heartbeat, because when a woman, you can connect with a woman on a mental and emotional level, that's way more exhilarating and way more fun than if you could just connect with her on a physical level. And the goal is to be with somebody that you find physically attractive, but once y'all talking and y'all feeling and y'all in this space, you in a space where it's like a dream. you never really ground it because it's just so airy. It's just like you could just float in on thin air. Like, and if
Mhm.
you with a woman that is grounding you into reality, cause she just mad and angered and yelling, all that means is that that woman is not for you. No matter how good she look, no matter how many times you had sex with her.
Mhm.
When you find that one for you, it's a positive thing. And a lot of, like I said, the angry girl, that's just a key. That's God just telling you she not for you. and
Mhm.
that's what I would tell any young man, because that woman doesn't really know you that well to be putting curses on you.
And that angry at you.
Yeah, she don't know your full capacity and capabilities. And honestly, I've never really dealt with a woman that could fully grasp all that I do. You know, it's like
Ever.
it's like men, we do a lot, and a woman probably don't really fully understand that, and it's frustrating for her to try to, like, she want to control you and all of that. You the fool for letting her
Mhm.
control you if the anger is the thing that, like, she get mad and keep you like, nah, man. It's a way
Yeah,
the relationship
I
is
used
gonna
to
pull
think,
you in on positive shit, not a bitch yelling
I
online.
used to, I used to think growing up that her being angry was what she was supposed to be type shit. Until like you notice that that's every relationship, and you're like, yeah, the only ones that really worked were the ones that didn't bicker, right? The ones that didn't nitpick at every little facet of things that you did. You know what I mean? Like the ones that didn't think that since you were with them that you were supposed to follow their lead, or like women, have this mystique about them, and a lot of them carry themselves in that way in which you know um because they are who they are, you should be who they say you should be type shit. It's weird, but
I mean,
yeah.
I could love you and you could be beautiful, but you're not about to put curses on me because I did something that you don't like.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I was cursed my whole adolescent life because fuck around with the wrong bitches because they look good type shit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's where you got to draw a line at. Like, I don't, but men is going to deal with that. And she so mad at the guy because he's not doing what she wants to do. In the reality of the
Hmm.
situation, that's a control issue. That's not a
That's
it's not
and that's a narcissistic trait. Also, start highlighting what real narcissistic traits are. Right, these things like where she needs to control everything in and outward about you. Like that's narcissism because something about you and the way she views you threatens her on a cellular level. Like she really feels threatened by you.
Now, first thing I'm gonna start the video. I'm gonna play it until she says I'm so angry. And then I'm gonna read about narcissistic supply and anger, just to
Mhm.
kind of hammer the point home.
Honest, I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm fuming. I'm on fire. I'm mad because I care more about you than you care about me, and that's how it's always fucking gone! I'm tired of it! I'm mad!
Right? She's mad, right? Narcissistic anger. Narcissistic supply and anger are deeply intertwined, as anger is frequently used as a tool to manipulate, control, and distract emotional energy from others to fuel a narcissist's fragile ego. Narcissistic supply refers to the validation, admiration, and attention that individuals with narcissistic personality disorder require to maintain their sense of self worth. When this supply is threatened or insufficient, it often results in narcissistic rage, an intense, disproportionate, and sometimes calculated reaction. Now, does that or does that not make you look at this video in a different light?
I'm angry. I'm tired of feeling so much. I'm tired of being in my head. I hate it. I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. And no matter how much I try to let go of it and give it to God, it's still so heavy. I feel hopeless. I feel humiliated. I'm embarrassed. I'm confused. And I can't ask for help. I'm over it, bro. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. Sick of this. I don't want to feel anymore. Feeling's what's supposed to make somebody a person. And I don't even want to feel anymore. I'm just done. I'm done.
That shit is super calculating. How many times did the camera reposition?
You see the camera get the different angles.
And how many times did you notice after one of her tirades, she makes sure to find exactly where the camera was at?
She uploaded the video, fam.
She had to do it in segments because the different camera angles without the pause, right? Come on, bro.
She edited this joint.
Like all the way, she edited this shit. There's no pauses in it.
And every video, it got the background music, meaning she uploaded the background music with like.
Yeah. She probably went with what was suggested for her on TikTok.
Little cinematic Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
You use this music, you get a lot of views type shit.
I'm not saying nothing bad about her personally. What I'm saying is
that theatrical play was, yeah. A naive nigga with a lot of money is like in her inbox right now. Like, what you need, mama?
listen to, like, she went super viral. Listen to what she said in response to her video.
And I posted a video of myself crying on the internet yesterday, and it's getting numbers. And it was
That's the biggest aha I've ever seen. Like, and the quickest one, right? Like, this is the next day, you said?
I posted a video of myself crying on the internet yesterday, and it's getting numbers.
Wow. Like, you're not even gonna be modest about it, right? Like, you led with that. Wow.
And it was a very relatable video, and I just wanted to post another video and say that I'm okay, first of all. And second, thank you so much for everybody who has commented on it, kind words, the prayers. I've gotten DMs, I've gotten all kinds of love and support. And at the end of the day, crying on the internet is humiliating, but it's also like, I sat on it. I've posted sad videos on my page before, but the main reason I posted it was just because it was relatable. And I know a lot of people personally who feel the same way that I do, and so I posted it because I knew that there were more people out there, but also because I needed it. I needed a little bit of attention. I felt low.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Are you hearing this,
There
bro?
it is. There it is.
Are you hearing
There it
this?
is. Yeah, I listen, I'm my mama's son, right? My mama said, if you ever want to hear the truth about people, you let them tell you. Right? You don't cut them off. You don't judge them. You let them tell you. And it only took one video and a half, right? It only took a video and a half for us to see the true colors. Like, she dead ass said, I needed some attention. Go back a little bit. Go back a little
The same way that I do, and so I posted it because I knew that there were more people out there, but also because I needed it. I needed a little bit of attention. I felt lonely. I felt like nobody. I felt like the devil was really close to winning. I was almost fully convinced, but then God stepped in, and I'm okay. I'm totally fine. I just had a little moment. I have nothing to complain about. I mean, like, we have an extra hour of sun today. I feel gorgeous. I'm about to go into church. It's sunny the first time.
Like, when people say the devil was close to winning, like, what does that mean? What does that look like?
I mean,
I'm not even asking for a friend on this one, right? This is not even rhetorical, big bro. Listen, I know what that means metaphysically, but I'm trying to figure out what she mean when she say that.
it's a scapegoat. That's what the devil is used for.
Okay.
A scapegoat is an individual or a group unjustly blamed for others' misfortunes. So when something is bad that happens,
Well, something that bad that she did, she justified by saying the devil was in charge. Okay.
you know, whenever something bad happens, it's the devil. Whenever something good happens, it's God.
Mhm.
But at a certain level, you're not able to do any work because
That's not integrity at all.
nah, you don't know what shorty is. Like everything is a game. Everything is not real. Everything is for views and clicks and attention and all these particular things. And it's like she said people needed it, but people didn't need to feel sorry for you or nothing like that. Like people need information, people need a lot of different things, but we don't need emotional content out the blue from somebody who gonna come back the next day like I'm perfectly fine. You ain't look
Can you
perfectly fine in that video.
at all? Can you pull up real quick? Can you pull up Munchausen effect?
How you spell that?
MANCHAU Chausen SON.
A fictitious disorder imposed on self, a serious mental health condition where individuals fake, induce, or exaggerate physical or psychological illnesses to gain attention, sympathy, or the sick role.
You know, like those women that suffocate their kids, and then say the kid died of sudden death in sudden infant death syndrome type shit, right? Back in the days, it was those women, that used to just have mad kids, and all of them died in their care. And come to find out, it'd be random shit like not feeding them, and letting them cry themselves to sleep, and all kinds of other shit where they just wanted the attention, the sympathy that they got from onlookers, family, and friends, and confidants because they lost something or because something tragic happened to them.
Yeah, I mean that even goes back to what we was talking about earlier when niggas have a certain like the nigga in the last video saying, women don't even see us as victims. Like
Yeah. Like,
it's the same shit to me.
yeah. Those are the niggas that want you to be vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean it's a certain level of shit happens, but I'm trying to I don't want nobody to see
Not
me as a
trying to
victim.
induce vulnerability,
Nah,
nigga.
just
Like,
because a nigga was fighting in Vietnam in the 70s. Like I get it, that was fucked up.
yeah, like I get it. Jackie Robinson had to step on that field, the monkey
Yeah,
pills. Like I get it. I
man.
get it, right?
It was fucked up
But
back in the day with that racism shit. I get it.
yeah, like you couldn't go to that fountain and
Yeah,
shit.
I
You
get
had to
all
take
of
it
that.
from a bucket. Like I get it. I get it.
But I'm still not hoping that Shorty look at me as a victim.
I'm still not asking you to show the world that, nigga.
Nah, I'm still striving to be the best version of myself.
At all times. Like there's bro.
I don't want sympathy. I don't wake up and be like, I hope people feel sorry for me because of this, that, and the third. I don't care, man. I'm not going to use a platform for sympathy, even though I go through shit.
Yeah, like come on,
It's just a
bro.
certain level of magic
That's that
that goes
that's
with this
that
shit, man.
yeah, like that's that sympathy catfishing shit that I just can't condone, bro. Like you got niggas out here that's really, streaming from their van, my nigga. Like this nigga going to sleep in the woods tonight, right? Like this nigga's out here that's, really out here, right? And you just what, going through another situationship? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Talking about the devil.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I can't with these YNs. I can't. I cannot.
I'm in like the last week that it's been sunny. I have nothing to complain about, and I'm so thankful. And that video is doing so well, and I'm so thankful to it's sunny. The first time in like the last week that it's been sunny, I have nothing to complain about, and I'm so thankful. And that video is doing so well, and I'm so thankful to
The video is doing so well.
And everything is all well again.
This is like when Denzel won a fucking Oscar for Training Day. I thought that nigga was really Alonzo and shit. That nigga was just acting.
No. When when niggas you gonna beat me?
Man, I was like, man, this is crazy. They about to do Denzel like that. I woke up, I got on the internet, look on that obituary, like, damn, Denzel just got shot, nigga. That's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't
this
believe
shit really happened.
This shit was on TV. I couldn't believe it was on TV. I couldn't believe
Listen,
it.
Denzel still owe them Russians, man. Come on now. That's crazy. That nigga acted his ass off. I'm gonna call her Denzella.
Bro.
Denzella.
Bro,
Washington right here.
Denzel, bro. They still looking for Denzel, bro.
I can't believe this girl talking about the videos doing so well. I thought you was pouring out your heart and soul. I didn't know you was trying to get clicks and views. I didn't know you was trying to go viral.
Next time, let us know we in the episode of Black Mirror, bitch.
Come on, man. We can't live like this, man.
Bro.
She said the video is doing so well.
Yeah, like she was beside herself with elation.
Complain about. I mean, like, we have an extra hour of sun today. I feel gorgeous. I'm about to go into church. It's sunny. The first time in like the last week that it's been sunny. I have nothing to complain about, and I'm so thankful. And that video is doing so well, and I'm so thankful to. I also started my period.
Bro, how did we get this close? I didn't understand. I didn't understand. I didn't know we was this intimate. What? Wait a minute.
Gorgeous. I'm about to go into church. It's sunny.
You about to go into church on your period, girl? What in the world?
Shower of sun today. I feel gorgeous. I'm about to go into church. It's sunny. The first time in like the last week that it's been sunny. I have nothing to complain about, and I'm so thankful. And that video is doing so well, and I'm so thankful to. I also started my period. I did. I started my period that day. So yeah. I love you guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much.
So, was that a pregnancy scare video? The first one? Did she think Junebug from the mall got her pregnant? And then left her, ghosted her? So she made a crash out video about it?
Yeah, I have no idea, man. I just know she was doing her performing thing. I can't trust nothing. She the Anton Daniels.
How did we get to the period part though, bro?
The period part is in relation to justifying why she was acting the way she was acting, because it's so mugs have been trained to say, you know, when a girl's on her period, she angry. So she's saying the reason why I was angry because I was on my period. And I mean,
so she gave us two scapegoats.
Yeah, the devil in her period, or maybe it's one and the same. Who knows? But we have to, you know. I mean, this video went super viral. Like it went super viral.
I can see.
Not this one. The one before went extremely viral yesterday. So if people don't get the full context, and you know, she's pulling on people's emotional heartstrings, and I feel like she just having fun with it, man. She just looked like a person that's just, you know, kind of like a low-key comedian or just trying to make it, you know, and good for her. You know, she got a viral video to pop off. But at the same time, you know, the messaging is just crazy.
Yeah, and not to mention, you know, you got mad internet sleuths. So you start seeing random niggas pop up in random locations because, you know, you just put all your shit on Front Street. So, but I digress.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her have it, man.
Y'all, she got it.
Y'all got this one tonight, man.
That's despicable, nigga. Like, she ended with the period. Like, holy cow, man.
Full circle moment.
Yeah, like, oh shit. Yeah, I think
I wasn't ready. Let's just say that.
I wasn't prepared for her ideation of whatever the fuck it was that she was experiencing, because you don't do that before every period, do you? Never mind.
Periods is some very intense times, especially if somebody wants something or somebody. So all of those feelings come to the surface. So
things ain't going your way.
Yeah, it gets tough around those particular times, in my personal opinion or personal experience. But at the same time, she still hit upload, and she knew what she was doing. She edited. She put the background music on it.
That's what I was about to say. She edited and scalped that bitch first before she hit upload. So that was super prepared,
intentional,
and methodical intentional, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, good thing we covered it and was able to see the second video to get some type of
Actual context,
yeah. And then also Brother Sanchez with a banger. I like that shit right there. Link to that video is in the description. So if anybody want to check that video out in full, check out the description, man, and subscribe to Sacred Serpent's channel. Yeah, man, we trying to grow each other's channel one day at a time.
One day at a time. All right, big bro. I know you got to get to the new princess.
Yeah.
Hit me up next time you get some free time. We do this again, hopefully in the next couple of days.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective, man. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to Sacred Serpent 1217. Link is in the description. Shout out to the tribe. Peace.
Peace.
It's the Initiates. We back. We are the #1 spiritual podcast on the internet. Align your chakras, gain some knowledge, make more dollars. You are now tuned into scholars. Join the Discord. Be a part of the conversation. The Initiates podcast and the Initiates Nation. Roll up your favorite pack and your best libation. Take some notes or go deep into meditation. The time we share is soul creations.
Enjoy the show.